Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Arty, and today I'm bringing you a book review, and it's no other than the wonderful Hanna Karlzon's Midnight Masquerade. I'm not going to attempt to say anything in Swedish because I'd probably sound really silly, so forgive me that I don't pronounce half the words that I see on the screen, but I can translate it. So basically it's Midnight Masquerade, and colouring book illustrated by Hanna Karlzon. And then we come to the back page, and inscribed here in this beautiful silver inscription, I've translated it, so I hope it's right. I apologise if I've got any of it wrong. But as per the translation, it states, "Welcome to a safe midnight masquerade. Among candles, dazzling tables and burning lanterns, mystical and mingle in the atmosphere, buzzing, and the party plays until dawn. Stories from the Midnight Masquerade is the first painter's book in the series Stories from, with illustration by Hanna Karlzon, one of Sweden's most popular painter book creators." Now this book, when it came, I noticed that it was quite a bit smaller than her other books. If I just pop this one underneath, you can see that it's a good inch smaller, and it's quite a lot slimmer. So first let's just compare the layout, which is practically the same. They both start with the same black coverage, and I'm just going to check the paper feels the same. Get that to stay down. So let's just compare the two. So they're the same colour. Whether the English version will come more like the size of this one, I don't know. That is due out in August. I will put a link on Amazon. You can pre-order this book. So we'll have to wait and see whether it comes like this or it comes like that. I don't know. I'm assuming it will be like the Swedish version. But the colour of the paper seems the same now. I'd say it's the same thickness, because you can see maybe it's slightly thicker because you can't see as much pictures through as you can on the other one. Let's have a look. Probably I'd say they're about the same. Obviously there's not as many pictures in this one as she's done in her previous books, but I think that may be down to the fact that this is more of a story than where all our other books are all different images. So here we just have our title page, which just says the name of the book and Hannah's name, and then we have "This book belongs to." You could colour it, put your name in if you want to, and then just here's Hannah's credentials. And then, as you can see, this looks like the people travelling to the masquerade party. I'm not going to stay on the pages too long because I don't want anyone screenshotting. And then obviously there must be village people and fairies travelling to the castle where the masquerade ball's going to be. It's a bit like Cinderella's story, isn't it? And then you've got your cat on the door. Obviously the masquerade party must be behind that door. I just love her creation and the things that she imagines. These masks, they're just beautiful. How she's captured quite a lot of detail, and I'm sure as colourists can't wait to dive in doing the nice metallics that we like to use. These are all your different characters, all the jewels that are on. Obviously it's a masquerade ball, this must be like royalty, and these are the village people. You've got a bit like Narnia, you've got your talking animals, and they're all part of the story as well. And then you've got the acts that they're putting on at the party. the different kind of cultures that people come from. And who doesn't have a sweet trolley? Weddings, christenings, this is the in thing now, isn't it? And you've got your guards maybe, and guarding the party. These are your fantasy characters. Look at that cake. I'd eat that. You've got your twins. Quite oceanic. Got your shells and fish on this one. Probably mermaids maybe. And you've got your, they look like kind of like Cinderella's fairy godmothers in a way. Bit of flowers. She's always got a bit of flowers in her books. And the food that's on shore. Just flatten this out, it's a bit stiff. Ooh, Jester. And that royal. Maybe these are the artefacts that's around the castle that they're having the ball in. Oh, I'd like to colour that. I'd say that the tooth of the paper is quite smooth. But from past experience of colouring in Hannah's book, they do take pencils quite well. Just a few more characters here. So she's left a nice lovely space there, and you may want to add your own bits to that. She's different. Look at them donuts. A bit like your Masquerade nutcracker, really. So lovely. Her illustrations are so beautiful. And you could go wild with the colours you use. You could go very fantasy, you could go very natural. It's up to yourselves. But you won't be disappointed with this book at all. There's quite a good variety. There's flowers, there's portrait, there's animals. Oh, peacock. There's beautiful clothes. People love to just colour clothes, don't they? And I love this mix of animal come human. And then there's the end, and then it's backed with this lovely black coverage again. I'm just going to do a little test, which I always do in my books before I use them, because I have ruined plenty books. And I don't mind doing it on this page. I'm just going to get a marker out just to see what can be used and what can't, and what goes through it. These are my glitter pens, so I'm not too worried about using these. I'm just going to use a little test down here in the bottom corner. Not too conspicuous, and this is just to see if the paper will take a wet medium. This is just Neo colour. I'll have a go at that one. Normal black fine liner pen, if you wanted to add to the drawings. We'll see if any of these come through, and we can see if they're safe to use, because Hannah's books are double-sided, so we've got a picture on one side and a picture on the other, so it's a good test to what can be used and what can't. So I've got a marker pen here. And I don't mind doing this on this page purely because if it's gonna ruin it, you're only ruining this page and not a big masterpiece that you're using. This is just a normal gel pen. Try a Posca paint pen, and if none of these come through, we're doing well. And lastly, another watercolour one. just going to use a brush pen. We all know the pencils will all go on it. And just get my paint pen out. I'm going to check the watercolour one first, which is the Neo colour I've used here. So testing this out, we'll see if the paper will buckle. I don't mind spreading it up. And then these are the watercolour Arty markers. I'm just going to not very good actually, but we'll just see. The paper does buckle slightly, so wet media is probably not, unless you use it thick. If you're going to use your watercolours, your metallics or your pearlised watercolours, I'd say you could get away with it. So let's just see what's come through. So apart from the black marker pen, so I would assume all alcohol markers, you may have some issues depending on how many layers you use, but out of all of them, none of them have bled through to the other side. So you could safely use Neo colours, Arty water brush pens, highlighters, alcohol markers, be careful, but all your other pens you're going to be fine. And what I always do as well, and I'll use these white, I've got it here, I'm just going to do a little box. We call that one layer. I go this way, another layer, we go this way. I'm just going to do this until the wax bloom out, so we can see. And I am only using a light pressure. That's the third layer. Fourth layer. Fifth layer. Get some shine on there now. Sixth layer I'm getting on there. It's taking quite a lot. I'd say I'm sliding about a bit there, so I would say it's to the light, it's quite shiny. So I'd say you probably get away with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers, depending on obviously your pressure. But I think that's a good test to her books. This cost me about £15 in Great British Sterling money. Like I said, with wet media the paper is buckling, so you would have to be very careful. It's not buckling as much with the Neo colours as it is with the Arty brush pens. So I would suggest, if you do get this book, just do a little test patch here, because that page really is not, you know, the rest of the book is what you concentrate on. So I always found that these pages are a good test to paint. But I hope you've enjoyed my review of Midnight Masquerades. I will post a link in the description for your pre-order on Amazon, and I'll also put the website of where I got this from the Swedish website that I got this book from. And if you've got Google Translator on your phone, you'll navigate the website quite well. So enjoy it when you do order it. I'm certainly going to order it, and look out for my next colouring in Hannah's book. So please subscribe to my channel, click the bell, and you will get notified when I next go live. So keep your eye out for my video. And I'm also going to be doing other book reviews. So I do reviews, I'll be doing lives, and I do tutorials and colour alongs. So keep a look on my channel for new videos. And thank you for joining Arty. Have a lovely day.